Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and tonight the big question we're going to be answering is, will the Canucks need to the Canucks found Kiefer Sherwood and Kevin Lankinen, who are big blessings to this roster last year. Huge success we found with those guys. Can we find a couple another Lankinen or Sherwood bargain bin basement dwelling guys who make hardly anything that overproduce? Listen, that would be awesome to land a couple more of those guys. Where can Vancouver find the answers to these rosters? By the way, this is take two. If you've seen the other video, I had my mic muted by accident, so I shut it down, and I'm so thankful for everyone. I'm going to be right back after this promo. Let's dive into it. Thank you, everyone, for telling me that I screwed this up, but this is the question. Post in the comments, where can we find the answers? We're going to hit the promo and get right back into it. So glad for each one of you that decided to just stick with us, be with us, and just dive into this conversation. I think it's an important one, right? Because just making sure mic's on. Okay, cool. It's an important one because everyone kind of seems very doom and gloom with the Vancouver Canucks, and I get it. I totally understand why you feel that way, why you think that there's so much negative experience with this team, right? So last year was such a disappointment, It was crazy how we went from game 7 against Edmonton, 1 goal away from tying it up, to the debacle. And last year, with all the injuries, with all the rift, with all the challenges that we faced as an organization, as a team, as a fan base, it was frustrating. But the bright spots, literally the bright spots, as I said that, the color changed on the video. The bright spots definitely were Kiefer Sherwood and, of course, Kevin Lankinen. And let me go back in there and show you what I'm talking about, okay? Because this is massive. And here's the guys who overproduced, right? Overproduced. We have guys who underproduced. We won't be talking about that tonight unless someone posts that in the comments. But man alive, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy to see how much they overachieved. And if we can find guys like this. Okay, so look at Lankinen. So he just got the extension, right? The 5-year extension from the Canucks, because he went and he made last season to sign with Vancouver $875,000. Guys, think about that for a minute, okay? Think about that for a hot minute. That is insane if you think about it. Shilov's made $850,000 last year and is going to make that this year. Lankinen gets the big increase, $4.5 million for 5 years. No trade clause for a good portion of that. But that is gorgeous, everyone. That is absolutely gorgeous what they did there. What a steal. He was absolutely amazing. I think I can find his stats. Where did his stats go? So save percentage 9.02. That's all the stats they show. That's weird. But 51 games, 2.62 goals against. He made $2 million the previous season in Nashville, 1.5, so 3.5 in total. Then you got he only made $800,000 with the Chicago Blackhawks, 925 with the Blackhawks in the early on years. Guys, this is an absolute steal, and finally he's making money. I mean, he's very motivated. If you go back to Kiefer Sherwood, by the way, $1.5 million. Okay. Now, we know about Kiefer. Okay. Kiefer is the guy. Now, I'm going to make sure I check the stuff so that we don't get in there. Okay. Sweet. Okay. And Lucas, thank you for coming in hot with the Lucas. Lucas comes in with the donation. Thank you so much. I know Major Minor gave a one in the last one. That was great. Oh, and he gave $2 as well. Cheer us up, Rev Sherwood as captain. I'll smile. That would be awesome. Let's just talk a bit about you guys. By the way, thanks for showing up to the second video. The other one just failed miserably. Okay, we'll go back to Lucas. Beside Canucks talk, let's say I took care of legal company business today. You may have seen it on X just a few hours ago, Trev. I have not seen it. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Okay. So back to Kiefer Sherwood. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for the 2 donations. Okay. So Kiefer he had career year, okay? Career year in points, in goals, and then he smashed, and I mean smashed the NHL record for hits as a forward. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen, everyone. He absolutely smashed it, crushed it. Talk about producing above his pay grade. Wow. What an impressive player. Okay. And so this is the kind of guys we're looking for, but we're looking for the bargain bin guys, the guys that nobody else wants or can't afford. By the way, this is the drink of choice tonight. It's the PC. Have you ever had any of these? This is the raspberry one. My kids told me, Dad, you got to try it. I love it. Apparently there's the snowberry one, the blue one. There's 2 blue ones, but try the snowberry. All the kids are raging about it. All the young adults. It's the newest thing. But these raspberry ones, let's down it. Hey, this is cheers to you guys for showing up to the second one. Okay? Let's go. The peace tea, raspberry, yum. Okay. So who are the players that we can add to this roster that could be in there? Now, I want to give a big shout out to my friends at Canucks Uncensored. Okay. You got Witten and Jordan there. And then sometimes they have Japan 4 on. So good old Steve jumps on every once in a while. It's so awesome. Love their content. And we've been in conversation about just bargain bin guys. And I just want to give a big shout out to them because we've been in this conversation today throughout the day about this topic in a little bit. But they have made this graphic that's coming out tomorrow that I want you to see. So I'm not going to steal their thunder. I'm just going to talk about one player that's on there that I didn't talk about before. Yeah, I'm gonna go on there. So go on there, but make sure you follow their stuff so you can see it. They do such good work. They are so good at this. Here's the thing. If we can snag some guys that can do this, just get those cheap contracts, even if it's for 1 year and then they can extend or whatever, because there's a lot of rumors about Joshua possibly being traded or Höglander being on the trading block. They got to move some money out to bring some people in, and that still could happen. I still think there could be possibly a trade that happens before the start of the season to move some money out. I don't want to move those guys, but you might have to in order to fill some needs. So I'm going to talk about 2 guys, one that I've already done a full video on, and let's see if I still have that graphic up here. No, I don't. I don't have that one. But so we're gonna talk about Jack Roslovic. He is a guy that keeps coming up because he's not signed. Let's talk about him for a moment. Just again, this is the only thing is like he can play center, he can play wing. Maybe we can get him for under $1 million, everyone. That would be incredible. That would be incredible. And not that he solves our second line second line center problem, but what he does do is he does something really special. He plays multiple positions, and if you could get him dirt cheap and any kind of production at that dirt cheap level, $1 million or under is exactly what you're looking for with a guy like him. So I think he's more of a 3C kind of player, but maybe he can be the fill-in guy for the second center position for a pinch, or if Hedl can't play or whatever. Because I kind of feel like Hedl and Roslovic are kind of the same kind of idea. They're third line centers who can play second line center minutes for part of the season, and maybe he's the answer to what we're looking for. I mean, if we look at his stats real quick, okay, and then we're also going to get into two other players. One's a trade one, but I don't know. By the way, did you guys see that Bowen Byram signed a 2-year contract? Was it like $6.25 million? That was an interesting one that came up as well. So actually, if we just go here first, I want to show you this list that's going on. Okay, let's just look at this list. Now you can't really see it really well, so I won't be on here for long. But these are unrestricted free agents that are still here. Okay, how come I can't move this up and down? See, view all players. Let's see if we can get a better. Yeah, there we go. So you got Jack Roslovic there, 28 years old, a right-handed shot guy. Made $2.8 million last year, 81 games played. Everyone, listen, he's not injured. 39 points, 22 goals. That is his points per game with 0.48. That's the one guy I want to talk about. The other one is Victor Olofsson, 29-year-old left winger. Both have the same agent. Made just over $1 million last year. Maybe he would be a good addition because he only played 56 games this season and had 29 points. But you look at his points per game were higher than Roslovic. So that might be an option as well. Victor also played with Vegas this year. So those are the two players that I wanted to bring up. And Olofsson is the one where Witten from Canucks Uncensored brought up. So I want to give him full credit for that. And it's not, I know a lot of people have talked about him, but I want to give Witten some credit there because he's just awesome. So is Jordan. Love those Canucks Uncensored guys. They are absolutely interesting. So like if we look at this, and let's take this down now and bring up this one. And then I want to talk to you guys about my hats as well. By the way, this is a brand new hat I got today. It's one of the Canucks hats, Kempner Canucks hats. I'm selling merch, so let me know. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, let's go to Olofsson for a second. Okay, so here he is, 5'11", 180. Was a 7th round pick who panned out in the 2014 NHL entry draft. If you go down to here, and I'm just want to make sure that I'm here. I want to make sure that I'm still got my volume up. Thank you everyone for being here. If you look at it, 56 games. So this is more of an injury prone guy. 46, 56, 72, 75, 51, 56 games. So maybe this isn't the best one, but if you look at when he played 72 and 75 games, he was a 20 goal scorer and a 28 goal scorer for Buffalo, everyone. This is what we're talking, Buffalo, right? Had a terrible year in 23-24, only 15 points in 51 games, but last year bounced back. But if he can get plus 70 games, he's a 20 goal scorer, and he's got to be dirt cheap, everyone. It's got to be dirt cheap. Not a physical player. Like, look at those hits totals, terrible. But maybe, like, if you end up losing a Joshua or a Höglander or someone, right? By the way, Halford and Bruff, love those guys. They're on that right there. So let's that's one guy there that would be great. But Roslovic, I think is that guy that could still be that bargain bin shopping kind of guy. Like, this is the guy that we want to see. So want to talk about the hats thing. But before I do that and get into your comments, again, I just want to quickly talk about this whole Mason McTavish love affair. I'm still struggling with the whole fact that Canuck fans are convinced. And I actually had someone come into my comments yesterday, or actually today, and suggest a trade offer for McTavish. I should actually bring that up. It was that good. Let's see if I can find it. Is it this one? No, I can't. Oh, I had so many comments the last couple days. So anyways, when it goes back to him, we need to find somebody. But I just think that the cost for McTavish is going to be so high, and will he produce for Vancouver? A lot of people, this is the perfect fit, and he's talented. Okay, but I still think the cost would be incredible, absolutely incredible, and you might get stuck with him if he doesn't produce, and so he'll want a contract extension, all that kind of stuff. But maybe he's the answer to the second line center problem. He's so young, he's got talent, he's got grit. Can he be the next JT Miller? Not sure. Remains to be seen, but maybe, possibly, very possible. We'll have to see. Okay. So, but this trade offer that came, it basically was Hedl, Leckermacky, and someone else. I can't remember who it was, but our first round and our second round pick next year as well. And it's just sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? It was a fair offer. Would the Ducks take it? I doubt it. But maybe they would. I mean, maybe we're overpaying now, and it's just like ridiculous. But we're so desperate for a trade. I just feel at this stage we don't have a lot of assets that we're really willing to give up, and here we are. So, what can we get? Where can we find the answers to the rosters? I think the trade market is totally different. I think the UFA market is still available. Plus, the Bowen Byram signing for $6.25 million times 2 years was a very interesting signing by the Buffalo Sabres. Still not like astronomical prices. They can still move him if needed. So there we go. Okay, let's talk about the hats, and I'm going to get into your comments. Okay. So as you can see, this is the brand new hat, came out today. I've been working on getting different designs. So if you want a Kempner Canucks hat, email me at kempnercanucks@gmail.com. But I'll show you them real quick. If you were at the other live stream that had no sound, you would have seen this. So this is the one that I got first. This is the one. This is not a black hat. It looks black on here. This is the blue Orca hat for Bertuzzi, Naslund, Morrison, Cloutier, Jovo years, okay? Literally my Bertuzzi jersey matches perfectly with this, okay? There's this option, okay? All of these are going to be snapbacks because then I don't have to worry about sizing. And then, of course, there's this one. This one's the one for, like, I wanted to get one like this for the summer, get a little bit more breathable. These other ones are a little bit thicker. They're the better option of the quality because it's a little thicker, but it's perfect for spring, fall, and winter. Where these ones are like, you can bring this to the beach. You can go swimming with it if you want. This is a pretty nice hat. I also have another one that I'm getting made tomorrow. I haven't been able to show it. Then you guys have seen this one. This is the one from my channel the other day. I love this hat. Like white. I know a lot of people are nervous about buying white hats, okay? But this one is pretty nice. I don't know. It goes with so much. Like, it goes with this white jersey. It goes with the blue Orca. It goes with so much. So if you're interested in this one, let me know. I got 2 more of these ones being designed tomorrow and the next day this week. But this is the one that I think is going to be the one that's going to sell. This is the one that people are going to want, in my opinion. Everyone I've shown this one to, they're like, that's the one I want to buy. So I've made a ton of these black ones. I shouldn't say a ton, a few of them. If you're interested, email me at kempnercanucks@gmail.com. I'll send you a price list, and I'm gonna start doing some more promo with that. So I wanted to let you know about it. Okay, let's dive into the comments, everyone. Appreciate you so much for being here. I'm very good. So yeah, second stream started. Calvin, thank you for being at both. Cheers to you. Okay. Peace tea, raspberry for the win. Okay. So Shane is back. Thanks for showing up. Coach Rob says, I was almost going to drive up to Nanaimo to let Trev know he has no sound. That's very kind of you. Thank you. He's going to hit the mute button to just troll us. That would be hilarious, man. I don't wish I did that. You were first. Let's go, Shane. Good to see you. Why do we need to find the next Lanky? Well, it's just finding bargain players. That's what it is. It's not that we need to find another goaltender. Not at all. Okay. Not at all. It's about finding those cheaper players that outproduce their contracts. Major Ryan says, we are all Canucks. Absolutely. If we could get 9 Sherwoods, actually, that's what Callum keeps coming in and saying. That's what we need. 20 more Sherwoods. We're going to win the Stanley Cup, right? So Shane is saying Canucks all the way. Okay. I hope so, Shane. But why? Shane is always positive. She's awesome. She's absolutely awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. Steve, my friend Steve Preston's in the building. Oilers in on She Loves. Can you imagine Artie coming back to haunt the Canucks if he became an Oiler? I know that rumor today by Frank Saravelli was very interesting. Is it a rumor? Is it a report? Sounded like the Oilers wanted She Loves. So glad we did not trade him to them. So hoping that, like we said in the last yesterday's stream or video, that we wouldn't have. So glad that I hope that Pittsburgh doesn't trade She Loves to Edmonton overpays. So Shane believes in blue. This is our season. Got to keep the positive spirit. Viper, thank you. I rarely mess that up. But yeah, I know Majors has a difficult time. He's frustrated with what this team looks like. Elfrin's in the building, but we'll stay positive, Major. Yeah, we got to stay positive. It's the off season. We all got a chance. Everyone's got a chance at the playoffs now. Everyone's got a chance at the Stanley Cup. You never know what can happen. Hey, St. Louis was last place in January or February and won the Stanley Cup. Last place in the NHL, so anything can happen. Let's get it, okay? Let's get it. So Shannon is in the building. Good to see you. We need to re-sign Sherwood. I agree. Absolutely agree with that. I mean, wonder what he's going to make. Sherwood and Lankinen were the Canucks' huge blessings. They were some of the biggest shining moments, literally, from last season. So, yeah, it was absolutely true. So, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Hey, River Rat, welcome. I believe you're in Tennessee. Good to see you here. By the way, for people who are considering buying these hats, it would be the cost of the hat plus shipping, unless you lived close on the island here, and somehow we can arrange a pickup. So that would be cool too. What? You were interviewed? That's so neat. Coach Rob, you got to send that to me. That's awesome, man. Major said, let's make sure we're the captain. That would be awesome. Skytrain Elfrin, I saw you on the news. That's awesome. Okay. Sherwood is not going anywhere. He's staying. I agree. Yeah. Dreamer, I got your email, by the way, so I'll be in touch with you. Yeah, sound is good. Sound is good. And here we go. See, I mean, wasn't that the Joker one, that the audio? So, and here we go. Whatever. But we're good to go. We're good to go, Lucas. Good to see you. Sherwood is going to San Jose with the other Woods. I think we're going to have to wait to see training camp, see who graduates from the AHL for sure. We're not trading Sherwood for nothing. No pitcher. Just kidding. Oh man, that would be awful. Hey, Tyler from the Line Changes here. By the way, Tyler, I'm going to check out your video with that interview from the play-by-play guy from the Abbotsford Canucks. I tried to jump on today, but I was at work and I couldn't stay. So I saw you on Twitter while I was just scrolling through real quick. I'm going to check out your video, man. Looking forward to that. Cool idea to get him on. Absolutely. We're gonna re-sign Sherwood, everyone. Woody and Lanky must be keepers, hands down. And think about Elfrin. So Lankinen's already signed. Woody's good to go. I mean, he might be a Canuck for the rest of his life, playing like he does. Kelvin says, can't wait for the new season. Me too, man. It's not till October though. So, I mean, I'll get pumped about the NFL season coming up, and we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that it's in there. Elvine has been cooking, can't lie. We'll see what also happens. Yeah, Sherwood's on the team this year, so we'll do that. I like this one because cheers up, Sherwood as captain. I'll smile. I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay. Sherwood for captain, or I don't know, for center, maybe. Lankinen was one of the biggest reasons the Canucks were still in the playoff race. I agree. Can't say they'll be bad when Hughes is leading the charge, right? Healthy Hughes, healthy Demko, maybe a bounce back year for EP40. I'm hoping. So let me just see here. There's all the Lucas hype for all the donation. Roy says, how do managers figure out timing for buy low and sell high? Example, Sherwood. Sometimes it's just a cap crunch. That's why Sheloves went. Otherwise, we would have kept Sheloves. That absolutely. Judging them by their contracts of Lanky, he's going to be good for 2 years and go back to being a fringed backup. Maybe. Hard to say, right? Fellow PWHL Vancouver season ticket holder. Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, so back to Roy, your comment. Like, that's how you find the Sherwoods, the Lankinens. Maybe Roslovich is the guy. Maybe Olofsson is the guy. You know? Would like to see Sherwood on the right side with Kane and Hedel. That would be great. That would be a great line. I like that idea, River Rat. Sherwood has another record year. You make him the C. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's Quinn Hughes. Unless Quinn leaves, it's Quinn only. Let's see. What else is said here? Man, he impressed me with his playmaking ability, his hitting, his energy was awesome. We can't until we remove some cap space for sure. Absolutely. Another donation, the line change. Welcome, not welcome. Thank you. Keep and re-sign Sherwood. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. I agree. Guys, there is no argument for me to do exactly what Tyler and others in this chat have said. I want him on this roster, everyone. Okay. If I'm ever able to go, Shannon, I'll be willing to give away the tickets to you and Coach Rob. That's nice of you, man. That's awesome. You guys are gonna have to hit the ferry and go over. It's so fun. Viper signed Kuznetsov on a league minimum. I'm not sure on that one, but maybe that's a good option too. I know Witten wants to talk about him tomorrow. By the way, they're going to be going live tomorrow night. I don't think I'm going to go live tomorrow night. I'm on a football podcast tomorrow, and then I'll probably just enjoy watching Canucks Uncensored tomorrow night. But if you open up cap space, there we go, right? I agree. Roslovic is not a play driver. But can I push back on that just for a second? Because a number of people have come into my streams and asked me that. But or said statements like that. Here's the thing that I do believe that we need to consider. How many players would you consider in the entire NHL a play driver? I would say maybe 20 to 30 players are a play driver. Okay? That's it. The entire NHL, all, was it 32 teams? So 30, 32 teams. How many people are like that? Hardly anyone. Hardly anyone, right? So that is the crazy part to it. So yes, he's not the play driver, but we had 3 of those guys. I would say that Horvat was a play driver. I wouldn't say he's an elite play driver. I think he, or would you? Maybe he was maybe Horvat's not a play driver. Maybe he was more of like just a steady Eddie, great second line center, right? JT Miller's a play driver. I've seen Pettersson been a play driver in the past, not this season. He was terrible. But I have. But if you think about the Austin Matthews, is he a play driver? McKinnon for sure. You've got McDavid, you've got Draisaitl, you got all, like, what centers would you consider being a play driver? There's not that many out there. Yeah, things changed. That's changed. I don't know if I called you crazy for considering it. I just didn't feel like, is he a Jag, which is just another guy, or is he a guy that can help move the needle? I don't know if he's the move the needle guy, but like steady Eddie in the middle there. I like him, but I don't love him. Sherwood has some skills and needs to find balance between his play and his play other than tunnel vision on hits, but Canucks need more Sherwood signings. Roy, you're right, but he literally had a career year in points and goals. So we do need a face-off 200-foot centerman. Hard to find, right? Preferably right-handed shot defenseman. But let's try to find. The only thing with Roslovic is that he hasn't played center for the past 2 seasons. Great point, Japan 4. So, where do they play the PWHL in Vancouver? I do think it's a Pacific Coliseum, but yeah, Stefanov, yeah. Knopf, is that how you say it? Anyways, I don't know how it is. He is developing. Maybe he would be our future answer. We'll see. I don't think he's going to step in and do it this year. And it's going to be Ratu. It's going to be Sasson. It's going to be, like, if we're going AHL, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think they're trying to build a winning culture. They have to make the playoffs in order to have that started this season. The way I look at third line centers is they are only third line because there was either better players that could play top 2s, top 2 centers. So going to have to expand that thinking when looking at the market. Well, for example, one of the third line centers that I think is actually a second line center is William Karlsson from the Vegas Golden Knights. He's stuck on the third line. This guy he's super talented. They have depth there that, like, it's to another level. So yeah, so that's where we got JT Miller was the third line center on Tampa Bay when we got him. Gave a first round pick for him, but boy, did he ever produce. And I do think that Bluger is a perfectly fine for a third center. It's the second line center that we're concerned about. Go back to the Joshua Bluger Garland third line. That would be great. Okay, so yeah, you don't like his plus minus though. Olofsson is a power play specialist. You've never been to the Pacific Coliseum? I've been to Canuck games in the Pacific Coliseum. That's how old I am, Shannon. That's crazy, eh? Saw Pavel Bure play there. Olsen is a bottom six player. He won't be nothing more. That's possible. Ratu here. The thing about Ratu that's interesting is I think he's going to start as the 4C, but I can see him moving up the lineup, especially with injuries. But I don't think that Bluger is the guy that's going to move up, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Amen as backup if Ratu fails. Yep, they have the depth there. But is he on the roster right now? Let me just see. Yeah, Niels Aman making $825,000. They might have to put him on waivers and bring him down to the bottom. So into the not the bottom, the AHL to Abbotsford. Murray says, "Hey Rev, hey Trev, hey Murray, good to see you all the way from New Zealand. Good to see you. Welcome." Hans is here. I read somewhere that Raquel is available from Pittsburgh. Van loves a Penn's trade. I'm shocked that they didn't make that trade. Somehow moved Joshua and She Loves and ended up getting Raquel. That or was it Raquel? That's Raquel. Raquel. I don't know how am I butchering these names. I'm the worst at names. Honestly, the worst. If we move Bluger, Ratu, I think moves to the third center, unless we require someone as a 3C. Then I see Sasson as the 4C. That's a great point, Tyler. Tyler, oh, my son just texted me out, just seeing he's at a basketball camp. So this is so awesome. We got to play on the practice court of the Seattle WNBA team. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's so cool. I got to text him back right after this. Maybe Sasson. I heard today that they're thinking about Sasson moving to the wing, but he does prefer center. Absolutely. Yeah, he was also decent on the dot. That's so. Oh, I gotta message my son back. That's epic. That's what I'm going to say, because it is epic. Okay. Just message him back. Okay. Shannon says, love the hats. That's awesome. The hats look sick. Thanks, bro. Nice, clean. Yeah, I'm just about plain, clean, looks good kind of hats. Like don't you guys think this one is like, this one is going to be fire, hey? So, yeah. Pop Shop never got back to me about sponsoring the channel, so maybe I should talk to Peace T. That's what I want. Maybe I should talk to Peace T. Let me know. Has Sherwood been endorsed by Sherwood yet? I don't know that they should. Thank you so much, man. Kelly, I'll be in contact with you. I was just working on some things. I'll get back to you. Okay. We're saying there's a chance. Absolutely. Canucks have a chance. It's the off season. We're winning the cup. No, but I do think we're going to make the playoffs because we're going to stay healthy. Viper says that we're going to win the division again. Let's go. Major says, wish She Loves the best, but not in Edmonton. That me too. We have a chance. Absolutely. LA Kings had crazy runs. Yeah. Crazy cup runs. Yeah. Anyone know who the centers that are still unsigned? Yep. I just talked about it there. Roslovich is the main one there, but I can show you that. Let's just see if we can go through positions. Yeah. Okay. I'll show you right here. These are the centers here, not in any particular order, I don't think, but these are the centers that are available, everyone, that are still unsigned. So there's not a lot of options, as you can see. I mean, Tyler Mott, you know that he's only 30 years old? That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, but is there someone there? No. Yeah. There's not a lot of options, everyone. Tyler Johnson, how old is he? 34? I thought he was like 38. Speaking of 38, Trevor Lewis, 38 years old. Wow. But clearly, Roslovich is the best one on this list, right? The best one on this list. So, yeah, Luke's okay. Yeah, glad he didn't go to the Oilers as well. Sherwood with EP40 and Kane, booyah. Kelly, that's a great thought. So I'm really confused on how the NHL teams know how much cap space and what happens if NHL teams go over. They can go 10% over, I believe, but then have to get under before the season starts, Shannon. And all those things are calculated by people much smarter than us. But Puckpedia shows every single team. I can send you a link if you want. Giving injury-prone Demko a big 3-year extension was too early without seeing how many games he'll play this season. I think that's a fair comment, Brian. 8.5 million times 3 means that they can't get a good second line center. That's not necessarily true. If he goes on LTIR, we can do that. We can do that, right? And it doesn't matter if he's captain material or not. He is. It's one of the reasons why he's staying here, and I'm all for it. And I think he's been a fine captain. That's elite play driving. Every line can have a play driver. Example, Garland is a play driver. Okay. But if you're talking centers, we're looking for centers, right? K-Dog says, I think Besser, Pettersson, and Kane would be a good line. There are 4 Petterssons there are 4 Pettersson. Are you leaving?
Yeah, I'm going on because there'd be less traffic.
Okay. Sounds good. Drive safe. Sorry. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Play driver is someone who drives the play that is like hard to stop. A Garland is a good example. McKinnon is a great example. Like just kind of owns when he's on the ice, is a difference maker. That kind of stuff. So. Yeah. Okay. So so Kane would be the bodyguard. Is that what you're saying? Okay. And Besser is one of the guys on there. Yeah. It means that they can start the rush or play or hard to play against kind of guys that can drive the play. So you want the Dustin type, Brown type captain to actually win a cup. Quinn will never win a cup if he's captain. I don't know about that. I never say never, Major, but you're entitled to your opinion. Sherwood is like Dustin Brown, an actual champion. Has Sherwood ever won anything? Miller could have been captain, but even Miller wasn't as good as Dustin Brown. Whoa. Well, that's a bold statement. I still think I would have gave JT Miller the captaincy, but hindsight 2020, good thing they gave it to Hughes. Can I play center? Lace him up? No, that's a great question. The answer is no. You do not want me playing anything for the NHL. I'm terrible compared to these guys. Just get obliterated out there. But I wouldn't mind being the general manager for the Vancouver Canucks. That would be fun. Hey, Ask, good to see you. Hello, Miss JT Miller. Yeah, I mean, my son just left today, but I already miss him. As Neil's Amon of the organization, what does his future look like? I think his future is slim if he makes this roster and doesn't I think he's going to be in AHL this year. That's what I think. But if someone picks him up, he would be a good fourth line center for a lot of teams. I just don't see a real path forward unless there's injuries. He might be the depth center that we're looking for, just in those bottom two things. That's I think so. Yeah, he had a better point per game than Dustin Brown for sure. But Dustin Brown was better defensively, but Miller was better offensively for sure. Thank you. Again, if you want one of the hats, let me know. Message me, and love to talk to you about pricing and all that kind of stuff. So, okay. Let's just see. Okay, we don't know Dustin's personal life. We met Miller, and he went out of his way to take pictures. He's awesome. That's cool. I'm glad you had it there. So, but never met Dustin Brown. Maybe it's nice to me. I mean, it's hard to know, right? If the Canucks kept Miller and gave him the captaincy, he would have won a cup here. Woo-hoo-hoo! Absolutely. Quinn, definitely good captain, even better than Horvat. Ooh, that's a bold statement. Hedl as our second line center, not good. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's see. Well, we'll see. I love his speed, but he's got to stay healthy, just like Demko. Demko's contract, the $8.5 million starts not this season, next season. Yep, absolutely. But he's making $5 million this year. Florida is over now. Vegas is 2. Edmonton 2. I think Florida is very possibly going to three-peat everyone. That's how good they are. So, yeah, I said I wanted it to be Miller or Hughes, and but they gave it to Hughes. Demko's new contract doesn't take effect till next season, so the not being able to get a second-line center is not true. That's a good point. Canucks management screwed up badly with that trade for sure, but I mean that's what you have when you have a no trade clause. You can't. He could pick where he wanted, and then they kind of had us at our wits' end there. I don't think Kravtsov will ever come back and play for the Vancouver Canucks since Vancouver owns his rights. No. Just a thought. Maybe you have to look at their analytics instead of their ages for sure. 100%. I kind of glossed over it for sure. This is my second stream of tonight because I started a stream and did 8 minutes straight with my mic muted. So I think Sherwood can get 50 plus points. That would be awesome. Vidal had 1 goal in 16 games, went back to Russia. Whew, that's awful. Yeah, he used to hit and score garbage goals for sure. He just won with only heart. I mean, he still scored a bit. Oh, I wish we had JT Miller with this current defensive core for sure. Do you think Big Bert will make it back to the NHL? He just signed. That would be awesome. But the answer is no. Simon is in the building. Good to see you. You'd be better than the current management group. That's for sure. Anyone here would be. Ooh, I think I could do a good job. Someone get. Oh, that's awesome. What do you think Vancouver will do in the offseason before the start of this coming season? I think there's a possibility you make another trade, but I think we maybe sign a guy like Roslovich or maybe Olofsson. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Might just go status quo with who we have. Okay, everyone. This is we're at 50 minutes. Thank you so much for being here. You guys and girls are awesome. Thank you for being gracious, even though I didn't have my sound on. The last one came back and we're part of this. You guys and girls are absolutely amazing. I need to end this tonight. I need to go to bed. Got a big day of work tomorrow. So thanks so much for being here. And of course, always, go Canucks go. And we'll see you later.